Hello, today I'm going to be presenting my persuasive speech, and my audience member is going to be my brother. Um, so let's begin. You know, recycling ain't that hard. The earth, guys, the earth is not your trash can. Both of these, you might think they're catchy slogans, but actually it's a way of me getting your attention and directing a wake up call. Every piece of trash, every piece of trash you toss like it's nothing, yeah, it's building up into something massive. And if you don't change how you handle your waste, you are going to drown in your own garbage. That is exactly what is happening right now. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, the EPA, Americans generate about 292.4 million tons of waste every year, and yet only 32% gets recycled. This means that nearly 200 million tons of waste end up in landfills, creating pollution and harming the environment. With this being said, I want to ask you, have you ever stopped to think about where your trash from your home or your school goes once you throw it away? Well, do you know what happens to those plastic bottles, those food containers, and even those paper products after they're tossed in the bin? You probably don't. And I'm telling you, as a person that has seen firsthand the destruction caused by waste in our communities, because I once visited a landfill, there is an overwhelming amount of mountains of trash stretching for miles. Me going there was a stark reminder that what we toss away doesn't just disappear, it stays harming our earth. And this isn't an issue in some faraway place. It's happening right here in your house, in our neighborhoods. That is why today I want to persuade you to reduce waste and recycle properly in your daily lives, helping protect the environment and create a cleaner and healthier world. To put it in some context, again, every single day we're making the planet sicker, not just from an evil mastermind, but by our own carelessness. According to National Geographic, only 9% of all plastic ever made has been recycled. The rest is clogging landfills, swirling in the ocean, or floating in the air as microplastics. Microplastics that we can literally carry inside of us. We are not just polluting the planet, we are also polluting ourselves. Additionally, plastic isn't biodegradable. It breaks into smaller pieces, but it never goes away. This means that landfills leak toxins into the soil and groundwater, and burning trash releases methane, a greenhouse gas 84 times more potent than CO2 over 20 years. The issue with this is that the impact of this released toxins isn't fully equal. Low income communities, especially communities of color, often live near these landfills and incinerators. They breathe more polluted air, drink more contaminated water, and suffer higher rates of cancer. This isn't just an environment crisis, it's also a justice crisis. But here are the good news. We can definitely do something, and it's shockingly simple. Step number one, recycle smart. No more wish cycling, throwing everything away vaguely into the recyclable bin and hoping for the best. Yeah, that still causes contamination. So, start by recycling paper, cardboard, aluminum cans, glass, and plastics and label them number one and number two. Rinse them before recycling them, and you will create a change. Step number two, reduce first. Recycling is great, but reducing is even better. Carry a reusable bottle. Say no to plastic utensils. Buy in bulk. Choose items with minimal packaging. Every choice you make is a vote for the kind of world you want to live in. Step number three, compost. Up to 30%, according to Harvard University, of what we throw out is compostable. Banana peels, coffee grounds, eggshells, yard waste. All of these is you are capable of turning all of these into rich soil that feeds gardens instead of landfills. So do it. Create rich soil and save the planet. Step number 4. Educate and inspire others. Talk about it. Start conversations about recycling. Encourage others to reduce, reuse, and compost. Be the person who reminds your friends not to trash recyclables. The one who calls out companies for using unnecessary plastic. Use your voice just like I'm using it right now. Because culture doesn't shift overnight, it shifts one conversation, one example, one action, and one person at a time. Okay, let me paint you two pictures. You're walking through a city where the air smells clean. There are recycling bins on every corner, and people actually use them. The planet breathes easier. This world isn't a fantasy. Countries like Sweden recycle or compost over 99% of their waste. We can be like Sweden. It just only takes you to take action. Now, imagine a world that's completely the opposite. Skies are thick with smog, beaches are covered in plastic, fish are dead from toxins. You literally can't breathe because you're gonna get sick. This is a world where the earth is no longer nurturing but hostile. And let me tell you that that is where we are headed, unless we change the course of things. And yes, one person does make a difference because one person becomes two, two becomes 10, and 10 becomes a movement. And movements change and save the world. So, here's what I'm asking you today to do: recycle right, no excuses. Rinse your containers. Reduce first. Think before you buy. Compost. Educate others. Don't let the perfect and don't let the perfect be the enemy of the good. You don't need to get zero waste overnight. But if every person here made just a few better choices, we could change the future. Recycling isn't about being a hero. It's about being a decent human, being and living in a shared planet. And the truth is, recycling ain't that hard. What if every time you take out the trash, you actually take action for the planet? You have the power to make that difference. Because when we all take small steps together, we don't just change habits, we change the future. So let's just not be people who talk about change. Let's be the change. You, you have to be the change. Thank you. These are my works cited.